on the Slow Pitch Softball Association Facebook page. And we got a couple of pretty good teams going to go at it tonight, Signature and Moneyline. Moneyline does look like they're a little short-handed tonight, so we'll see how it shakes out. Moneyline has had good success in tournament play against Signature. Could be a different result tonight depending on who is not here, but they do have a decent lineup, so it should be interesting to see how this plays out. What you're about to see is Chicago-style 16-inch softball for you new to the stream. We do not use gloves, 99% of what we do. 60-foot bases, leadoff cannot steal, 38 feet from the rubber to the point of home plate. Because we're playing without gloves, the pitcher gets what we call a drag step, one step right, left, or back. He also can use two fakes or hesitations. Third arm action must be to deliver the ball home. A fake or a throw toward a base is one of your fakes or hesitations. 6-12 on the arc. Is it open count out here, Lane?
Yes.
Open count. No fence, so it's all you can get. They do have a fence that extends down the foul line. It does not go all the way to what would be the right or left field corner. So we do see a lot of balls when they're pushed the other way, spin out of play for ground rule doubles. And so this is where we had the Midsummer Classic. We run a lot of tournaments. We're back to the Chicago Summer Series logo after the weekend at the Class A. Tom Egzarnik No Glove National Championship, which we streamed a little bit. We wish we could have done more, but the heat was brutal. Still warm out here in Chicago, but it's late enough in the day now. We're not getting direct sunlight. Enough to have to come to third base, though, because otherwise the camera would be looking right into it. And hopefully we're going to start cooling off a little bit, but July is usually the hot month out here, so we've been up in the 90s quite a bit. So despite the heavy rotation tournament-wise in June, I'm not aware of any players that were dramatically affected by the heat, so it was always good to see the players taking care of themselves. So leading off is going to be Lenny Gonzalo, then it'll be Jason Gantz, and then Robert Grisano. So still recovering a little bit from the weekend. Looking forward to a nice long holiday weekend.
3-4 minutes. I say,
so here we go. We're underway here, getting ready for the first pitch.
2 times, 3 times, 2 times. $2,100.
Wind is manageable. We've had ridiculous wind out here. There is a light breeze, just enough to keep you a little more comfortable. So hopefully the cameras are going to be okay. And there's Lenny, little ground ball over to Haas. And Brian Haas makes the play for out number 1. So that's how the game will start. And Lenny's been having a good year there. And that ball was hit to the slightly to the left of the bag, I think, right at the short center, who was basically playing him up the middle. Lenny does like to go there. Brings up Jason.
What'd you hurt? I know you got hurt.
So there's a strike. So here's Jason with Rob Grisano on deck. And of course, Moneyline does have a tendency to start a little slow. And then they tend to score runs on the back end of the game. Been having a good tournament season of late. Here's a ground ball to Chad Hook. Long throw, little wide. And Anthony Scarlatta playing first base tonight. Can't make the catch. I don't think he would have stayed on the bag there. And it brings up Grisano, so the first hitter of the ball game. Chad Hook did a nice job of getting to the ball. And looked like his foot might have slipped a little bit and threw it a little wide. So here's Rob Grisano. You can see the long shadow there from the pitcher.
There you go, Robbie. There you go, one at a time, single at a time.
And probably for the first couple innings, that sun could be an issue, especially throwing the ball in. Home plate jumping around a little bit. And there he grabs a strike.
Robbie, come on. Go, Robbie.
Rob Grisano is not up there looking to take a walk, folks. I can guarantee that.
A lot of grass out there.
And that pitch is wide and high. 3-1. I think Rob thought that pitch might have been a little high and a little inside. Rollins gets the call from the home plate umpire.
Got one, Jay, got one.
Take a deeper one now. There you go.
And that pitch way inside.
Get him a runner.
Lenny.
Bad blue, courtesy.
Alex, I love you, but don't junk up my stream with whatever beef you may have with Forest Park.
J1.
So here comes Lane Neiman Jr.
About 15 feet there, Jay.
First and second now. And Lane goes high and deep. Greg Fleming does catch it, but he carries it out of play.
Catch. Second and third.
And of course the rule is if the umpire thinks it's unintentional, then the runners get one bag automatic. From the last base they had established, both runners were tagging, so they get to move up one base. So it's 2 outs now for Brian,
Come on, Brian.
the short center.
Hey, one single at a time.
15 feet there, Lenny. 15 feet. You're fine.
So we know Signature can swing the bats, and they looks like they pretty much have just about everybody here today.
Attaboy, Brian. Get a good pitch, Brian.
The only person I don't see in the lineup is and there's a swing to center. Navarro on his horse, but G5 comes over from left field and makes the catch. So they don't push anything across. We're going to head to the bottom of the first, no scores. So scoring opportunity, they cannot take advantage of it.
Hey, let's go, Tito. Throw up a 0 here.
And Frank Jekyll on the mound. So it's going to be Dave Navarro, Mark Menizzi, and Spencer Mahoney coming up for Signature.
Hey, how's the sun? Over here. Good. Not that easy. What's your back?
Well, I know back in the day, Mr. Stout used to go out with a camcorder, and he used to tape a lot of those games. And they're sitting in a box somewhere. Would be great if those could get digitized and thrown online somewhere. I think a lot of the younger kids.
Ball right.
I think a lot of the younger kids, Dave, would be shocked
I didn't know it was coming.
at how hard guys played and how different the game was. Back then, if you were a short center, you got knocked down, and if you were a catcher, you got ran over. These kids today would lose their mind. If you breathe on them, they want to fight you. So here's the lefty, Dave Navarro. And again, Frank Jekyll jumping to first base is doing him a favor there. Takes his line of sight away from the sun. He should be jumping to third and making Dave have to look right into it. He grabs a strike there.
Go, jump around, kid. Let's go.
And Dave a little chopper, and he fell down out of the box, so Lane Neiman a little bobble, but he has all kinds of time as Dave swung. And again, it's so hot, it's hard to keep the fields from having moisture. We were out here for the midsummer. We got a little rain overnight, a couple of days, and Richie Rico was really soaking the fields. And the infields were fantastic, but a couple of weeks later, and 2 more weeks of heat, and a little bit of powder on top of the infield now. So here's Mark Menizzi. Mark hits a one-hopper, and Lane Neiman got there, but can't make the play. Again, Lane normally would not be at second base. And he's a big, tall kid.
Hey, got one.
And here comes Spencer Mahoney. A lot of people think Spencer might be one of the top 3 or 4, 5 players in the game. Came over with Jeff Baytall from the Lugnuts. And there he grounds it in as the Geo Maluk is alive and well.
Two.
And the Menizzi boy's father didn't like that comment. So here's Anthony Scarlata.
Nobody near you. 2.
Lenny, you can go 3 more.
Make a hole there, Brian. Make a hole.
Good.
If he comes there, he's coming hard. That's all.
More, Mark.
So you got plenty of time.
Yeah, when we're out here. Creeping. Good. 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 Good eye.
And with Moneyline being a little short-handed,
There you go, Mark.
I'm sure they'd like to peel off a couple innings
Good.
here and keep the game close.
Make one. Hey, boy, Frankie.
Come on, Frank.
Good.
As usually they have Rob Grisano
Good.
on the hill who's playing
Good.
first, or Eric
Good.
Mandarino. And Scarlata draws a walk and will bring up the Iowa transplant, Chad Hook.
Hey, yeah, talk to him. Hey, Freeman over there.
Lenny plays deep as you could. Just step out.
And Chad is a very dangerous hitter because he uses the entire field. He's very deep in the box right now.
Good.
Saw him last night at Forest Park. He was working that right field line,
Steal me one, Preston.
but he's
Steal me
also
one.
capable of
Good.
turning on the ball. And there's a chopper knocked down by Frank Jekyll. So Frank gets a goose egg at the end
good
of
job,
one
Frank.
complete,
Good
no
job.
score.
Hey, that boy.
Let me get out. Let's go, guys. Let's go.
So we're going to head to the second.
Let's go, boys. Hey, come on.
Is everybody moving a little slow on a Tuesday?
Come on, boys. Come on, boys.
I usually hit it. I go, it's a double, and then it just didn't go down. It's just floating up a little bit. Right, came across. It's just like that air. It's like the humidity. Yeah, it's just not going in.
So it's going to be Eric Ricky Davis,
Oh, Rick.
then Nick, the center fielder, and then the pitcher, Frank Jekyll. This is actually one of the more pleasant days we've had to stream in quite a while. I think I got out of my car and the temperature was only about 84, 85, but with this breeze, and now we're
Come on, Rick. You and Nick here. Let's go.
tucked behind a couple of trees out in the outfield, downright pleasant.
Come on, Ricky.
So here's Eric Davis. He actually has an MVP when our major national championship tournament.
Come on, Rick.
It's named after the late Stan Paddock up in Wheeling
Hey, let's go. Single at a time. Single at a time. Let's go, Rick.
when they beat the Psychopaths from California.
Come on, Ricky. Come on, Ricky.
There have been a couple of deep strike calls here early in the game. Normally, the higher the pitch, the shorter it must land. The heavier the pitch, the deeper it can land. But we'd say all the time, and Menizzi had a little trouble. That ball started rolling up his arm toward his shoulder. But I like what he did there. He was charging that ball. So by doing that, he shortens the distance between him and the ball and home plate. And if you have a little bobble there, then you have plenty of time to go ahead and make the play. If you sit back and that happens to you, then all of a sudden it gets a little tighter. So here's Nick.
Here we go. Come on, Nick. Hit it hard.
Good job, Nick.
And there's a sky-high pop-up. Chad Hook is there, and he makes the catch for out number 2. Brings up Frank Jekyll with Preston Miranda on deck.
Come on, Frank.
Go, Frank. Go, Frank.
And out here at this league, they play double headers. So we got 2 teams on the other diamond, Dynasty. I want to say that's Impact down there. And then they'll cross over.
Come on, Frank. Here we go.
Pretty well-run league in that context. So you know you're going to play 2 games every time you come out here. And when you're at a roster of 15 or 17 guys, it's great because you get to play both, all of your guys. Spencer up the middle gobbles it up. Kept the throw low to help out his first baseman. Never had to look into the sun. So they go 1, 2, 3.
Hey, let's go. D it up. Throw up a 0, guys.
So I'm sure keep seeing the Moneyline guys looking out to the parking lot. I assume they got some guys maybe coming late. And here comes Eric Mandarino strolling up. Got to show good-looking Raider over there. You 2 guys got faces for radio.
That's for sure.
Although Caputo is sporting the snappy goatee there, or whatever that is. New look for him. So here comes Greg Fleming. Absolutely launched a home run last night in their league game. But Barrows came out last night and laid it on Signature pretty good. After Signature laid it on Iron. So it'll be Greg Fleming, Tyler McCullough, and Matt Menizzi. 2 Menizzis playing on this team, and the father right here coaching it. So Frank got a little dust there. Although Eric's putting his gear on, so we'll see when and if they decide to make a change. And Greg pops it up.
Eric!
And Eric Davis, running all the way through, makes the play.
Good job, Eric. Good hustle. That boy Nick, good hustle.
Hey,
Quick
Nick,
side
check the order.
story. This guy Lane Neiman there to the right of Pat Caputo was one of my coaches, and we were short for a Westchester league game. And Lane was going to have to start the game as a pitcher. So he sees our pitcher walking up from the parking lot, and he calls timeout. Now, there's nobody on base at the time. Here's McCullough. He walks to home plate and he starts asking the umpire questions. Hey, I got a question about the infield fly rule. And the umpire was getting ready to launch into the explanation when he turned and saw my pitcher walking up, and he said, I know what you're doing. Get back out to the mound. So here's McCullough. And he slashes a single into center field. Well, I know we got Papa Hops coming up in a couple of weeks. The B National Championship Tournament, Playing for Peace coming up. The Terry Moran, those are all on the same weekend. So it brings up Matt Menizzi here with one out now. And that's going to be a busy weekend, as I'm probably going to be at all three streaming. Of course, Papa Hop's a one-day event. And talk about a terrific environment. Very difficult to get in. Last time I heard, the entry fee was $1,000. Of course, it's a charity event. They've raised just a ridiculous amount of money. They usually pick a family that's going through a horrific illness, and they also provide sporting equipment for local grade schools, and the whole neighborhood gets behind it. And usually at their championship game, they'll have anywhere from 3,000 to 4,500 people around the main diamond watching. So you want to check that stream out. So here's Menizzi, and that's a one-day tournament. So Menizzi walks the dog.
Come on, Ty. Come on, Ty. Come on, Ty.
Outfielder Miranda gets it in. Runners on the corner here with one out. And it brings up Chris Pakulis. So that's a one-day tournament, 32 teams. I think they're using 3 or 4 parks. And they start at 4 in the afternoon and they play until it's done. So here's Pakulis, and he slaps it out to right. Miranda, long run. Can't get there, and the ball drops.
Come on.
One run is in. Menizzi will get to third. And Signature grabs the first lead of the game, 1-0. So again, Preston Miranda pressed into right field duty. Couldn't get there. Well, it's mid-July. So I think I want to say that whatever that Friday is, I think it's July 11th. Brings up Brian Haas. And Brian flips it into right field. Second run scores. Fleming's going to hustle into third. 2-0 Signature. And then the Playing for Peace Class B National Championship. A little different this year because of the number of teams. Francisco Arenas is anticipating, I believe that's going to start on Friday but finish up on Sunday. So we'll be out early streaming a game or two on Saturday. We'll try to show you the Terry Moran championship game, and if game, that's up in Rolling Meadows. So we'll be going from Melrose Park to Rolling Meadows. And then depending on when that finishes, maybe double back and finish up at Melrose again. So here's Rollins. That ball's going to be way out of play down there. And then Sunday we'll be back at Melrose for the thrilling conclusion of the Playing for Peace Class B National Championship Tournament. So that's going to be the next busy weekend. I'm going to try to recover between now and then. So if I sound a little slow today, you'll please forgive me. So Moneyline looking for a ground ball, and there's a fly ball. Miranda's going to make the catch, but the third run will score. 3-0 Signature here. Oops, sorry folks. Did not change the inning there.
Hi, Dave. Look it over.
For some reason, my scoreboard is freaked out on me here. I just noticed. And there's a ground ball by Navarro. Haas, courtesy running, is going to get to third. And Dave Navarro, who can scoot, gets all the way to third base on that. Okay, there you go. For some reason, the scoreboard just blanked out there.
Hey, Sue, get that leg.
So that brings up Mark Manizzi here. And
Good, Dave.
I notice now Brian Davis has arrived. So right now, if you're Moneyline, you're just trying to survive here and get out of
Right there, right on it. Right on it.
this particular inning.
Good eye.
And yeah, if you've never been to Papa Hops, and there's a little ground ball over to Jason Gannick, and he's got a hose. He flipped it over there, so we'll go to the third, 3-0. If you've never been to Papa Hops, you got to get out there. They finish up at Kennedy Park. What's up, Chad? And parking is tough. If you want to go out there, get out there early. They do sell food. They do allow coolers. And it is a huge party. They got some nifty gear this year. We put the pop-up store up a couple of weeks ago. We posted that, shared it. And like I said, it's for a great cause, and the entire neighborhood supports it.
Hey, let's go, boys.
And softball, even though
Start here.
they're
Let's go.
park teams, they do get to pick up a couple of major players, and the softball is crazy good. And it's probably one of the most competitive fundraising type tournaments you're ever going to see. So I encourage people on a Friday night, even though it butts up against our Class B, that's one of the items when I talk about bucket lists that you want to go to. So here comes Preston Miranda with the catcher Matt Dozen. And it looks like Brian Davis, without batting practice, going to take a swing for Matt Dozen next. And Preston, a little flare. Mark Manizzi is there, and he puts it away. So, yes, indeed, Brian Davis going to take a swing for Matt Dozen.
Come on, Brian, get us going, bud. Come on, Brian, here we go. You and Eric.
And then Eric Mandarino will be on deck.
Come on, BD. Come on, get started.
So we're going to have back-to-back hitters here that haven't taken
Let's go, BD.
batting practice. Papa Hops is no glove, Terry Moran is no glove, and of course the Class B playing for Peace is no glove.
You like
I mean, really, 99% of what we do is no glove. There's a hard ground ball, and it gets through Mahoney. Again, a hard infield. The ball didn't bounce, it skipped, and Davis is on base.
Want to re-enter Preston?
Now, actually, what they should have done there is they should have went with a courtesy runner,
Come on, Eric. One, Manny.
and they should have let Frank Jekyll run. But usually in these league games, both teams are pretty loose because we all got to go to work tomorrow. They're pretty loose in allowing things that you wouldn't see at a tournament.
Come on, E. Come on, E.
So here's Eric Mandarino now. And Eric, a little roller to Spencer, fires it to Haas, and they get the fielder's choice for out number 2. So that time Spencer stayed down. Nice little sidearm flip to second.
Come on, Lenny.
I got to tell you, Brian Haas has been playing a real good short center for Signature. Top of the lineup now with Lenny Gonzalo with Jason Gannick. Again, I don't know how much Eric stretched out here. And Lenny off the end of the bat to Chad Hook. A little hesitation, not in time. So Lenny, who does run pretty well, just hit a
hustle,
little
Lenny, good
slow
hustle.
roller off the end of the
Jay,
bat.
Jay, you and Robbie here. Let's
Chad
go.
Hook had just a little kind of hitch or double pump, and it brings up a very dangerous Jason Gannett.
2, Lenny. Come on, Jay. You and Robbie.
Rob Grisano on deck. So in the first inning, they had second and third 2 outs, couldn't get a hit. Now they got first and second here in the third, 2 outs. And Gannett goes up the middle right to Haas, and he'll make the play. Nicely done by Haas. That ball was close to going over or maybe scraping the bag, but it didn't, and he stayed right with it. So another scoring opportunity goes by the board for Moneyline, as they've left 4 runners on base the first 3 innings. So we head to the bottom of the third. Eric Mandarino assuming the pitching responsibilities. And it's going to be Spencer Mahoney, Anthony Scarlata, and Chad Hook, 3, 4, 5 coming up for signature. Usually the dog days here in Chicago usually officially kick off August 1st until we get to the major national championship, which will be in Joliet again this year. And of course the Class A Glove National Championship Tournament in Carroll Stream 2 weeks before Labor Day.
Attaboy E, attaboy E.
So here's Spencer. He just slaps it the other way, but that's going to be well out of play.
Good idea, Spence. A lot of room out there, Spence. Hey, good idea. A lot of room.
So I'll take this break and grab a quick swig of water.
Right.
I was lucky I got 25 feet. You got a little more power than me. Come on, Eric.
Short. I said that.
And the one thing about Eric is he's as active a pitcher as you're going to see. He'll jump side to side, back. And Spencer just hit a rocket past Eric. And I know Eric, I got to coach him for about 3 years. And he does not like it when anybody beats him up the middle. And it brings up Anthony Scarlata. So good speed, leadoff man on here. Sorry, folks, had the microphone up. So I was saying, Eric, one of the more active pitchers. And there's a little cut shot. Spencer's going to try it, and they'll throw the ball into second. So Eric Mandarino, rude welcoming to the ball game. He gives up 2 base hits, and it brings up Chad Hook. Like I was saying, Eric, a very active pitcher. He doesn't like it when people go to his hole, but and there Chad does what he does. He dumps a hit, 4th run does score.
I'm out.
It brings up Greg Furman.
Give me one. Nobody, good. 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 Space.
He goes big down that line, but foul.
Scar, 0-2, nobody out.
One-dimensional here, Eric. Real good wheels. Know your runners, guys.
Short center only, you're good. Good.
And there's a little ground ball, and it sneaks through the middle. Another run scores.
Turn and look, turn and look.
Hook will get to third. So 5-0. Signature just very methodical here, as they pounded a couple of balls through the infield. Again, Nick Drabel normally at short center, and the short center normally has been playing second base for this team. And they are a little short in the outfield as well. So here's McCullough, and he hits a little pop-up, and it's out over the screen. When he's showing his hurdler skills. Still nobody out here. We talk all the time, even when the big boys play each other, they don't like to let the other guy leak out because they start free swinging a little bit.
Hey, watch middle.
And McCullough strokes, and Eric Davis can't make the catch.
Come on, Greg. Up on the base, up on the base, on the base, on the base.
So another run scores on the opposite field double. As McCullough dumped it over the infield. Still nobody out, second and third for Matt Menezzi.
I thought I was in that one, didn't you? I thought you were in, but anyway. My opinion don't count, though.
Good eye. I got him. Good right there, Ty. Good right there. Fly ball, you're going. So. Good right there.
So Eric trying to get his right fielder to come down.
Good.
Feels
Good.
like he's playing a little too deep. What wind we do have feels like it's pushing in a little bit from right field. And it's always interesting. We got a few guys that have big power to all fields, but a lot of guys are able to turn and burn and really pull the ball. But when they go opposite field, they generally tend not to hit it quite as hard or quite as far.
Come on, Pete. Ty, fly ball anywhere. Give me a base. Anywhere. All right? Nobody out.
Here comes Chris Pakula, so bases loaded, still nobody out.
Get a base because you're going to score if it drops anyway. Nobody out.
6-0.
You got to go, Greg, on the ground. Anyway, you got to go.
Spin it here, infield.
Good. Get ready. Good. Good. Here we go. Excellent.
Boy, E.
Well, I thought you bought the season ticket package, Amalia. And Pakulis dumps a hard Humpty.
Up on the base, up on the base, up on the base.
Another run does score, 7-0. And Eric Davis was playing Pakulis in the next county.
Hey, make sure we
Here's
get
Brian
him.
Haas, 8-0. Put that run up on the board for you.
Good pick.
And Haas, line drive handled by Lenny for out number one, so they're even making hard outs. And again, those two innings where Moneyline had scoring chances with 2 outs and couldn't get a hit.
Back.
And there's a little ball that gets pushed through. Another run scores as Lenny just couldn't get a hand on it over here. And it snuck through. So runners on the corners, still 1 out for Dave Navarro. And Navarro chops it, and he was looking, but you know, that's a strange situation. You got people yelling go to 2, but the problem is you're not going to double up Dave Navarro, who runs extraordinarily well. And Eric decided he wanted to make sure Pakulis wasn't going to score, so he's rolling the dice here that he can figure out how to get out Mark Menezzi. And there's a fly ball to Eric Davis, and of course Eric, longtime signature guy, had a good read on it, so they did in essence save the 10th run by looking the runner back. And we're going to head to the top of the 4th.
Let's go. Let's hit a
And
little
the
bit,
game
boys.
is getting late on Moneyline as they're right on the edge of the mercy rule.
Get that big hit now. You guys are ready?
It'll be 3, 4, 5 coming up. Robbie Dursano, Lane Neiman Jr., and Brian.
They tell us we can't play this game. We don't know what.
Come on, Robbie. Done. Come on, Robbie.
Hey, let's go, Robbie. Start something.
Of course, Robbie was also a signature guy for a few years. And there he just slaps it in front of Greg Fleming.
Come on, Robbie. Who's this runner?
And Jason Ganick will go out running. Here comes Lane Neiman
Pretty,
Jr.
Robbie, pretty.
Right now, if you're Moneyline, you're looking to try to break the seal. Maybe get a little juice and maybe string something together here. So, first time they put the leadoff man.
One at a time, babe.
I take that back. I think they did put the leadoff man on one time in this game.
Come on, Laner.
Right through, good.
Robbie, who was the red?
Marco, Conceal.
Lane Neiman delivers up the alley in left center. G5 does get to it. He'll hold Lane Neiman Jr. to a single. So runners on the corner, nobody out now for Brian Ganick,
Hey, nobody.
with Ricky Davis on deck.
Come on, Brian. Good boy, Robbie.
Train out for a run here, make sure one.
2, now 3.
Playing great.
3 hits in a row. 3 hits in a row now.
Come on, Brian.
Third.
You and Eric here. You and Ricky.
Come on, Brian.
I'll
Come
pass
on,
the
Brian.
pitch, I'll let you. I got you here. If it comes over, you'll know. 15 feet.
One.
Get your pitch, Brian. Get your pitch. Attaboy,
Good
Brian.
night, good night, Brian. Sit down. Let's go. Drive something.
Something you like now.
On the line, babe.
And there's
Attaboy.
a line drive base hit, and Moneyline does break the seal, and they make it 9-1.
One at a time, boys. Right. Attaboy, Brian. There we go. Come on, Ricky. Everybody hits. Everybody hits.
Brings up Ricky Davis, nobody out.
Brian, good ball.
Come on, Eric. Come on, E.
Come on, Eric.
He's unusual because he chokes up on the bat
10
quite a
feet there,
bit.
Lane.
He
He's
actually
close.
has been known to choke up even more than he is.
Good eye, good eye, good eye.
Come on, Ricky. Come on, Ricky. 5.5 feet, Nick. Right.
One. Come on, 9.
Hey, something you like, Ricky.
Come on, Donnie. Come on, Rick. Keep it going, Rick.
One here for you.
Come on, Rick. Come on, babe. Come on, 9.
10 feet there, Lane. He's close.
And Davis dumps a hit in front of Fleming, and the bases are now loaded. Nobody out.
relax and hit, Nick.
And brings up Nick.
Ryan,
Hey.
liner through, lane, liner.
Ricky, that a boy. Nobody. That a boy. Let's go, Nick.
Get Jeff Baytall going to try to slow the game down here a little bit.
See it down, drive it, see it down.
And the money line's a couple of hits away from making this thing interesting again.
Total. Yeah, you're right.
Hey, here we go, Nick.
So here we go now. Nick, a young player they're trying to bring along here out in center field today.
Here we go, Nick. Here we go. Come on, Nick.
You're good here. 10 feet.
I will say Moneyline, despite down big,
It's one strike.
has been
Just so you know.
has been very patient.
Good eye. That's good. That boy, Nick. Something you like, kid. Here we go.
Come on, 2-7. Come on, 2-7. See it down.
Nick, use your speed, kid. That boy, Nick. That boy. Something you like.
21 here.
Losing it.
Hey, 2-7. Hey, 2-7. Come on, kid.
And he hits a fly ball. And he'll just throw it into third. Moneyline does plate their second run.
It's only one. It's only one.
And if your signature, you're okay. If
Hey,
you
just
can
one,
get out of
just
this
one.
inning only giving up 2, you'll consider that cheap.
Couple more here. Come on.
Brings up Frank
Can't be done
Jekyll.
now.
Hey, one day. You're good. Come on, Frank. Come on, 2-1. Come on, Frank. Come on, Frank. You and Preston.
And I think what you want to do if you're Moneyline
Go, Juicy J.
is you want either Frank or Preston to get a hit here with no double play and try to get to Brian Davis and Eric Mandarino and maybe try to get to your top. And there's a short hop, and they'll get the fielder's choice at third. And it brings up Preston. So Frank Jekyll hit it hard, but with first and second, too easy to get that fielder's choice at third base. That's where you would like to see the guy try to push the ball the other way, and at least if you make an out, maybe advance them both.
Come on, Preston.
This is kind of an important out with Davis on deck. You'd like to see Brian Davis get an opportunity with some runners on.
And it's a one hopper to short. That's your best fucking ball.
Well, his best ball is to put the ball in left field.
Get as good as he can.
Big stick up next. Anyway, Preston. Come on, kid.
But he's got a fucked up. So hit the ball right side.
Come on, Preston. Come on, Preston. Ricky, 2, Ricky.
That's my.
So Preston ahead in the count here, 2-1. And he smokes it, he gets it through. Big hit for Preston Miranda, and they cut it off. I don't know if they would have had him, might have been close, but they plates the third run. So Preston Miranda does continue the inning, and he gets it to Brian Davis.
Preston, 2. Good ball.
Eric Mandarino on deck.
Go, Brian.
Come on, Brian.
And we'll see if Moneyline has another one of these late game rallies in it.
25 feet, Frank. You're fine. All right, Frank, get something you like.
Ricky, good swing, Ricky.
Nothing, Frank.
Spread the infield.
Brian Davis, a little spinner. Haas is there. So a little flare to the center fielder. And we'll head to halfway through 9-3.
Hey, drop the 0 here, boys.
Hey, Preston. Hey, keep doing it,
So halfway through, Moneyline on life support, but showing life as they score 3. Now the task becomes trying to get yourself a goose egg here and keeping the score right where it's at. Because you'll have Eric Mandarino and then the top of your lineup coming up in the 5th. So here's Mahoney.
Come on, you work.
Come on. Ball's coming to you. Ball's coming to you.
Good eye.
Good idea, E.
2-1.
Not bad, Eric.
Is that 10?
And there he goes the opposite field. And Eric Davis has been playing Spencer so deep out there that even though Spencer hit a little probably farther than he wanted to, there was no chance to close on it. And again, Spencer's one of those guys that can hit the ball 300 feet to either side of the field. And it brings up Scarlata.
Start. Live there. Live there.
Eric trying to mix it up and come left-handed. And that pitch missed badly. And there's a hard ground ball. Gannick, over to Rob. And they spin the double play right around the horn.
Well done. Well done.
Got the big hop. Good strong throw right on the money to second. And they twist.
Hey, 2.
Whole lot of game. Whole lot of game left. Let's go. Get out of here. Press it.
I'll take it.
That's pretty.
Brings up Chad Hook.
Did you move Preston in, Eric? Yeah. Okay.
Come on, Chad. Pick him up, Chad.
Good eye.
And that's a little deep.
Preston looking your way. They're trying to beat you out there.
Chad, come on, Chad.
And Chad up the middle, and he rolls it through. And that's been a couple of ground balls that they've snuck past Eric, which is a little unusual.
All right, hey, no secrets here. No
And
secrets.
here comes Greg Fleming.
Shade
And
him, Nick.
Greg has really been driving and hitting the ball hard this summer.
Start. Good start. Now you work him. Now you work him. Come on, Eric. Get me out here.
Greg didn't like that pitch.
Come on,
Not sure
G5.
what's coming.
Come on, G5.
Not sure what's coming now.
Come on, G5. Find a hole. Did it before. Do it again.
So Eric way ahead in the count here. Tries to stay up. Little ground
Good
ball.
ball.
Lenny Gonzalez gets a hand on it.
Good, Greg.
First and second.
Way to bat,
So
Greg.
good pitch by Mandarino. Got Greg to beat it into the ground. He just hit it right over the bag. And brings
Right
up
there.
Tyler McCulloch. Now, if you're an infielder, this kid is lightning fast. So you got to know what you're doing.
Good. Back. Good.
Can't really hesitate. And Greg Fleming, a lot of speed too. And McCulloch comes through. It's going to score the 10th run, and they'll throw it into second. So after the double play, Signature comes right back, 3 straight hits, and they put a run up.
Hey. You weren't on barrels anymore. Keep your ass out there and wait for the next hit.
And I'll bring up Matt Menizzi.
Hey, 2. Get their legs. Come on, E.
And there's a ground ball, and ball hit, I think, Eric in the foot, popped right up to the short center, easy pitch and catch. So we're going to head now to the top of the fifth, 10-3.
Give you a while. Come on, boys.
Put some pressure on them.
So it's going to be Eric Mandarino, and then the top, Lenny Gonzalo and Jason Gannick.
Come on, East, start us. Nice turn there, boys.
So we'll see if Moneyline
Eric, little start here.
continues to put some good swings on it. The fourth was clearly their best offensive inning. Scored all the runs, all three, and they seem to hit the ball a little bit better.
You go, E.
Come on, E. If he gets a hit, we're going to score at least.
Eric screwing around there with the pitcher by stepping way up. Tried to throw over the top of him, missed deep. And that pitch is inside. And Eric, a little chopper to third. Chad Hook, long throw in time, and they get Eric Mandarino at first. A little surprised he offered at that with the 2-0 count. So he was just trying to kind of slap and run, but he hit it right at
Come on, Lenny.
Chad Hook. He didn't really have to move much to get it. And here's Lenny Gonzalo. Jason Gannick and Robbie Grisano lined up, and you don't know how many times your top will get back up, so these guys need to do what they're supposed to do up there. Gonzalo off the pitcher, and Lenny's going to beat that out. So he just banged that the other way.
Go, Jake. And boy, Lenny.
Rollins couldn't make the play. He pushed it into no man's land.
Watch Patty's videos.
Go, Jake.
And here comes Jason Gannick.
Look at yours, kid. Go, Jay, you and Robbie.
Come on, Jay.
Figure it out, dude.
And Gannick
Atta
goes
boy.
hard to the gap.
Come
No
on,
one's
Lenny.
getting that.
Come on, Lenny. You're
Lenny's
ready.
going to
Come on,
score.
Jay.
Jason
Come
is
on, Jay.
hustling.
Come on,
They
Jay.
pick
Come
it
on.
up. They're going to send him. 2-run homer. Makes it 5 and dime. Let's see now in the cooler weather if this replay wants to cooperate. But big ball the other way. 5 and dime, the closest money line has been in a long time.
Come on, Robbie.
Still only one out. Now we'll test that theory as to whether or not home runs are rally killers.
Come on, Robbie.
As Rob Grisano comes up with Brian on deck. So Jason Gannick, an absolute bomb into right center.
Come on, Robbie. Throw it out there. Not what I wanted, though. You want to go line drive up the middle,
Something you like, Rob.
And it's very interesting. Greg Fleming in left field is the shortest outfielder distance-wise. Navarro deep in center, as is McCullough in right. And Robbie, a little ground ball, long throw, bobble, and still gets Robbie Grisano by a step. Strong arm there by Spencer Mahoney. Rob, not the fleetest of foot. Couldn't get there.
Spence, your arm's almost as good as mine when I was young. Almost. Keep it up. Keep it up. You'll get there. He said, ow.
Lane, quick grab after Lane.
So it brings up Brian.
Acknowledge somebody who's in the same. Get it.
Got it.
And Brian right to Haas. So Brian to Brian for the third out of the inning, but Moneyline does creep a little closer. They cut it to 5.
Wait up there.
Hey, let's go. Throw up another 0.
So Moneyline was down 9 at one point. They got it to 5. Still got 2 cracks at it.
No secrets there. No secrets.
And it is going to be Chris Pakulis, Brian Haas, and then the pitcher, Donnie Rollins. So bottom third of the lineup, if you're Moneyline, you'd like to get through this inning and get back up there. And Pakulis, a little short fly ball, and nice job by Nicky coming in, covering a lot of ground, makes the catch. So we're in this weird time frame
Hey, no
where
secrets
the
here,
lights
guys.
are on, but they haven't taken full effect yet.
Big first one. Come on, Brian. Hit a strike, kid.
This is a tough time of the day to be an outfielder. You can see they got those kind of white garages behind home plate. And there's a slash, and he goes up the middle, another base hit. Haas was not going to try it. And it brings up Don Rollins. Now he is a double play candidate. He lays it on the carpet.
Do it again.
Hey, no more runners. No more runners here.
Brian. Base to base. 1 out.
Everybody is. They got other tournaments. PSA run other tournaments.
And there's a line drive base hit.
Go.
And oh, that throw is crazy. So Preston Miranda licking his hands out there. That ball was wide left. Nice job there by Jason Ganick, who hustled over to cover third. But now you got the top of the lineup and the very speedy Dave Navarro on deck.
Got forces, Jay. Got forces here. Tough to double them.
Good. 11.
Eric, touch your feet, Eric.
Good right there. Good. Gotta go.
And there's a little chopper. They'll take the out at first. Lane Neiman Jr. came in. He would have had a throw through the backside of the runner there. And it brings up Mark Manizzi.
2.
And
Ricky.
they talk all the time. Mark, one of the better second basemen in the game, and tough out. And Mandarino out at first, and they get out of the inning.
Brian, way to get out of there, guys.
Hey, Brian,
So they hold it at 10. Short center Brian, tracking the ball, made the play. And let's see here. I might finally got something on the replay. Bang, bang at first. As Eric Mandarino slowed it and deflected it right to the short center. You might have heard Matt Dozen telling Eric Mandarino to set his feet. Eric does have a tendency, when he was younger, he used to run all over the mound, sometimes good, sometimes to a detriment, but you can't really field the position. Your job as a pitcher is to take a step or two, maybe 3, depending on how quick you are, drop into your hole and get set. So they get Mark Manizzi. Let's change
Come
the
on, Brian.
scoreboard. We are in the 6th inning here.
Come on, Brian. Start it, kid.
And
One
here's
at a time.
Brian.
Something you like, Brian.
So it's Brian, Ricky Davis, and Nicky, the center fielder, coming up. And they're a little off the end of the bat. G5 tracks it, makes the play. And Greg Fleming is turning into a tremendous player, great range.
Come on, Ricky.
He gets good jumps, got a strong arm. And offensively, the last year or so, year and a half, has really turned into a tough out.
Come on, Ricky. Come on, Ricky. Start it, kid. Go at the bottom.
Eric Davis delivers a base hit as he punches it the other way. So one out base runner for Nicky. With Frank Shaquille on deck.
Come on, kid. Come on, Nick.
Preston here.
One, Rick.
Get your hands on top. Drive it up.
And if you're money line, you'd like to creep even closer. I mean, sure, you'd love to take the lead, but heading into the 7th, you really don't want to be down 5. And Nicky and Greg Fleming is there as he hit that ball a little bit off the end of the bat. He was very patient his last at-bat. This time swung at the first offering.
2, Rick.
Hey, Frank, start it. Hey, Frank, let's go.
2 outs now. Davis will be running on the swing.
2 and 2, Frank. Let's go, kid.
And Frank Shaquille basically broke a finger
Come on, Frank.
at the TLC in
On the
Moneyline's
swing
first
now,
game.
Rick.
And just now starting to get back into it a little bit. He told me before the game he was about 90%. Still can't play the field, but
Anyway, kid. It's all fine.
and sky high, that's going to be way out of play. And the fan half-hearted effort can't make the play.
Hey, Frank, dial in. Let's go.
He's shaking that hand a little bit. He's still feeling the effects of it. Frank had a real good dome season. And in the outdoor
Let's go.
season,
Push him around. Push him around. Let's go, kid.
he did show some deceptive power, and they are very tight. If he was to hit a line drive into the alley here, it might roll for a while.
Here, to that. Here, to that. Here, to that.
Come on, Frank.
And he goes, but right at G5, and had he hit that in an alley, it would have been big trouble, but he hit it right at him. And it ends up, we're going to head bottom of the 6th, still 10-5.
3-4-5 coming out.
Looking ahead to the 7th, it's going to be Preston, Brian Davis, and Eric Mandarino. Bottom 3rd. I'm going to take a quick break, folks, and grab a swig of water. I'll be right back.
Hey, Gio. Can I take over for a second while you're watering?
No.
I just want to give my condolences to Joe Igiardo and the Jackson Perry who lost their fathers this week.
Oh, I didn't realize Jackson lost his dad this week. Well, our prayers are with you from the SSA. And me personally, got a chance to talk to Iggy a little bit before Flash played last night. And Spencer Mahoney in the box, and Iggy, one of the sweetest kids you're ever going to meet in a softball diamond. And there's a hard ground ball. Lane Neiman, a spin, a throw, but Mahoney, long strider, and the lefty beat it out. Lane Jr. did everything he could, but looked like Spencer was trying to really turn and burn there. This depending on what happens here in this inning. Got to give some kudos to Moneyline. Is very short-handed. A couple of guys came late, but they've hung right in here. And there's a slapper to Ganick, over to Brian, the turn.
No way! No way! That's second! Not a second! That's terrible! No way!
Oh, he called him safe at second.
You mean safe at first, not second, right? Safe at first, not at second. Wait, safe at second.
He's saying he beat the throw.
Rewind that one, because that ain't even close.
And then the throw got past Rob Grisano, and they got this little opening on both sides of the field. And would look like it might have been a double play. They get nothing out of it.
Spencer won't lie. No, he knows. Spence.
And Mahoney shaking his head. He said, I was out at second.
Base,
And now there's a base hit. So Mahoney,
up on the bag, up.
so Mahoney thought he was out at second. And Signature gets a big break there. And it's 12-5, and that might be the nail in the coffin right there.
Hey, get there first. Nobody, Chet, nobody.
I'm going to tell you a story at the end of a half an inning.
Good. Good eye, G5.
That was kind of funny.
Good. Good.
So here's Greg Fleming. And old man Menizzi saved me from possible contact.
Old man Menizzi. First time you call me that. I'd rather you call me Grandpa than that. Good.
He made the kick save down here. And I may never say another nice word about Greg Fleming again.
Good. Good.
And there's a ground ball to Ganick. He looks the runner back, throws to first.
Pretty play.
I played for Italy in the World Cup. I don't know if anybody ever told you that.
That's when you were a young man, Menizzi.
Right, exactly. One.
Former soccer player, no wonder. And he kicked it right toward the mound, too.
Good.
So here's McCullough. 12-5.
Good.
And there's that left-handed pitch. I don't know if I've ever seen Eric throw a strike left-handed, but he keeps
Good.
trying.
Come on, Ty, get
Grabs
set,
a
Ty.
strike there.
Hey, let's go, get set. Other side now, Chad. Right there's good. Right there, on it, right on it. Right on it.
And McCullough up the elevator shaft, and nice play.
Three.
Throw to
Up
third,
on the bag.
not in time.
Hey, Ricky, good job.
2 outs. And it brings up Matt Menizzi. And there's a ground ball knocked down by Eric, so we're going to head to a do or die top of the 7th here. See if they got any magic. They need 7 to tie, 8 to take a lead. Anything less than Signature will grab the win.
Bad angle or something. Usually Nick's pretty good, so.
Carter Presley, never know.
Hey, let's go, boys.
You Brian Eric to the top.
Preston, UGD.
So you got Brian Davis, Eric Mandarino, and Lenny Gonzalo coming up.
Hey, come on, everyone get a base hit.
Oh, excuse me, Preston Miranda leading off.
He just slid up into me. I just didn't. I went to throw.
I don't think we were getting them anyway, but I got to keep it.
I also heard the word safe.
Because they all said safe in unison.
I thought it was out by step. Oh, yeah.
So the story I was going to tell you, we're playing at the No Glove against Stover. And John Mitchell, longtime
The replay show on that.
umpire and UIC, is doing our game, and a kid on Stover hits a ground ball, and John was hustling to get out from behind the plate and fell down. I never saw the play at first, and the kid was safe by 2 strides. Called him out, and Stover's getting ready to argue, and my pitcher, Danny Stromalia, was a gentleman, looked at the Stover coach and said, "I got it, coach." And he walked up to John and said, "John, the kid was out by safe by 2 strides." So they got the base runner. Meanwhile, my head's about to explode. And when Danny came in after the inning, no damage done, I said, "Danny, what are you doing?" Preston, high, towering pop-up. Mahoney is there. So I'm, "Danny, what are you doing?" He said, "Gio, bad karma. If we would have taken that out, it would have come back to bite us." And sure enough, we get to the 7th. I think we're up 6-5. We got second, and I think the bases were actually loaded, and the kid who's got 3 hits in the game is coming up. And I'm thinking to myself, man, this can be a tough loss. And the kid pops up on the infield and we win the game. Danny walks in. He said, "Gio, it's all about karma." So here's Brian Davis. And Davis up the middle, base hit. So 1 out hit here. So Preston will come into courtesy run for Davis. Brings up Eric Mandarino. Moneyline would love to get to the top of the lineup with 2 on. So it's up to Mandarino here to find a hit. And Eric can go to right field. He's got a little bit of space over there near the line. G5 cheating him for the cut a little bit. You see Dynasty lined up there in the blue shirts. And he was going to try to cut it. That ball was fair.
Can you play right?
I think if that ball was fair, G5 would have got to it. Probably the 2 biggest holes are both gaps. Brian Haas really does play close to the bag. And when you see a short center play up the middle that close to a bag, a lot of times it means they don't trust their pitcher to necessarily cover the hole. And there he just slaps it to Mahoney. They'll get the easy double play, and that's how the game will end. So Eric slaps it to Mahoney, flips it to Haas, and they end up getting the double play. So we hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We may try to get on later this week to do a Class A no-glove wrap-up show and hopefully get you caught up with the Chicago Summer Series. But, of course, with the holiday weekend, we'll see if we can squeeze one in. If not, we'll try to catch you early next week and get you caught up on all things SSA and let you know what's going to happen next week. So on behalf of the SSA, this is Gio, thanking you for tuning in, and we will talk